He staggered, breath shallow, vision tunneling. He told himself he was almost done, that relief was imminent, that this would all make sense in retrospect. It didn't. He collapsed alone. The room silent at last. The imagined watchers nowhere to be found. His heart seized, overstimulated and exhausted. A muscle that had been lied to for too long. There was no dramatic final insight, no revelation. Just a body that could no longer keep up with the chaos it had been forced to host. When he was found days later, the notes were still scattered. Everywhere, half sentences, diagrams that went nowhere. Evidence of a mind that had been burning itself for fuel. The tragedy wasn't that he died believing something false. The tragedy was that, for him, it all felt completely, terrifyingly true. By the time the monsters made themselves known, Evan had already stopped trusting the borders of his body. Meth had dissolved those early. Hunger, heat, pain, everything leaked. His skin no longer felt like a container, so much as a membrane, thin and negotiable. Sensation came from everywhere at once. Too much and not enough. Like the world was pressing its face against him, breathing through his pores. The first one announced itself as resistance. When he moved his arm, something moved back. Not visibly, not audibly. A pressure, a drag. As if his muscles were wading through something thick and opinionated. He froze, heart detonating in his chest. The pressure froze her, attentive, waiting. Inside him, panic flared. Outside him, the room stayed ordinary. That was the worst part. No confirmation, no witnesses. He told himself it was exhaustion. He told himself it was nerves misfiring. Then he felt claws not piercing skin. Not exactly, but hooking into him from both sides. One set pulling inward, another pushing out. Like he was being contested territory. The monsters did not have faces. Faces would have been easier. They were forces, tensions, intent without shape. When he breathed in, one of them pressed against his lungs from the inside, as if testing their elasticity. When he breathed out, another resisted, refusing to let the air go. He gagged, staggered, slammed a hand against his chest. His heartbeat skidded and tripped, too fast to count. Sleep was impossible now. Every time his eyes closed, the boundary weakened. He could feel them more clearly than migrating through him like weather systems. They scraped along his thoughts, not reading them, not speaking, just leaning. The way a heavy object leans against a door to see if it will open. He paced to keep them confused. Movements seemed to irritate them. Stillness invited them to settle. At some point he became certain of this. They weren't trying to kill him. They were trying to decide where he ended. The meth fed that certainty perfectly. It sharpened it, polished it, until it felt like insight. These weren't hallucinations. Hallucinations stayed in one place. These things argued with his anatomy.